So, before I say anything about this cat, you have to notice one thing about him, and it's that he's a little big. And when I say a little big, I mean he is pretty big. So big, in fact, that me and my family have given him a few nicknames. These consist of Hippo, Biggie, Fat Fat, Tubby, Poop Hole, and Dum Dum. But anyways, before I get into the stories, I have to talk about his origins, which go for the same as the cat inside the next part. But anyways, me and my family really wanted a cat. We already had a dog, but felt like a cat was necessary. But when researching, we found out that the cats will better adjust to homes if they come with a sibling or another cat. So now we were going to adopt two cats, which is fine, the more the merrier. But when we arrived at the house to adopt the cats, we noticed something pretty odd. So, when we walk through the front door, this is what we see. We see an old, big man, shirtless, watching a black and white TV sitting in a chair. We see a bunch of wood scraps and metal scraps on the floor, covering the entire floor. You cannot see the floor. And we walk to the left and we see this old woman, and she says, "Well, we got the three cats ready for you, but you can choose two to keep." And we already knew we were going to get the male cat, which is Murdock. And I'll come back to this story for the next video, for the next cat. But anyways, that's the fairy tale story of how we got Murdock. Now, we can get into some stories. So, there was this one time that my mom told me that Murdock was really smelly, and this was before we knew anything about cats. So I offered to give Murdock a bath. So, while my mom was at work, I took Murdock upstairs into the bath and I put some water, and he was gonna go in. And something that you should know about cats is that they hate water. They can't be in it. They usually bathe themselves by licking themselves. But this was before we knew. So I put Murdock inside the bath, and he just didn't move. And I thought this was a good sign, so I went closer to him so I could wash him off a little bit. And right when I moved closer to him, he immediately dug his claws into my leg and used my leg, to pull himself out of the tub. And this cat, remember, he weighs 40,000 pounds, so him crawling up my leg really, really hurt. And I never gave him another bath again. Now, this other time, I was bored, so I went into Malik's room to try and annoy him. And when I went into the room, I saw Murdock on his bed. So what I decided to do was pick Murdock up and put him next to Malik. But what ended up happening was when I put Murdock close to Malik, Murdock clawed Malik's eye. So yeah, looks like that's 2 times I have tried to blind Malik. Watch my other video if you want to find out how I blinded him the first time. But anyways, there was this other time that I was sitting in the living room just chilling. And out of nowhere, Luigi and Murdock start running, and Luigi's chasing Murdock. And Murdock was about to get caught by Luigi until Murdock jumped on the chair. And remember, Murdock is a pretty big cat. So when he jumped on the chair, it fell over. And I have a picture of this incident, which I'll show right now. Oh, and one last thing about Murdock is that he got murdered. No, not murdered. He did not get murdered. He got neutered. So, everybody, can we point and laugh at the cat with no balls, please? Ha! Okay, I know I'm joking a lot, but honestly, Murdock is the best cat I could ask for. Murdock, what are you doing? No. Murdock, what are you doing? No.